Guys, so after a nice morning at Legoland Brick or Treat, if you haven't already, check that vlog out. It should have already been posted by now. But I'm now here at Thorpe Park for Fright Nights Fear Festival. And yeah, I'm here and it's about 1 o'clock, sorry, 1:30. And yeah, so I've got until 3 o'clock to get some rides in before I then check out all the Fright Night stuff. As you've just seen though, as you go through the barrier and the turnstiles, you got a little welcome fear seeker. So it's a nice little addition just for Fright Nights. Anyway, let's head on through. So I'm here at Detonator for the new audio that is for Fright Nights, and I'll let you listen. You saw there, I was just walking towards Creek Freak Unchained as it's now shut until 3 o'clock for when it starts up, and they were doing a dress rehearsal on the Fearstival Arena stage for the fire show. Yeah, you just saw a little clip of that there, but I'll be going back to go and watch it properly. But let's head to Creek Freak and wait until we're allowed in. Get scared out my pants, I bet. So guys, I'm in front of where Creek Freak Unchained starts. I'm just waiting, got about 10 minutes until they open the doors, because as you see it, from 3 o'clock that they start. And yeah, I just thought I'd explain a bit about it. Basically, Creek Freak was a scare maze last year, indoors inside the old Loggers Leap station, which they've changed into a lovely scare maze. But obviously with COVID this year, they've had to think of something different. So the buckwheats have been released out into the area, and means that they can roam free around Old Town and hopefully scare the living daylights out of us. Anyway, so I'll show you as we go through what they're like. But I just thought I'd show you the board because it shows you all the restrictions. So yeah, you have to have a face mask, follow what people say basically, keep a distance, and the actors won't touch you if you don't touch them. Oh dear, here they come. I can see 3 chainsaws. Oh shit. They're getting up ready.
Now before we start, why don't we have a little sing song? have 7 positions open that need to be filled, including wood choppers, health and safety assessors, and someone to look after our special freezer.
That was an interesting little warm-up for them to get into character. They're just doing a load of intro, which is quite cool. Anyway, let's go through.
So what, you're gonna stick that thing in my face and not say hi first?
Hello.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You're in my town now with my family. So you respect us and our rules, alright?
Alright.
Don't be rude to my family. I'm warning you right now, boy.
Oh, what?
Sorry about my cousin. She's having a hard day, you see. My name is Lucas Thorpe. What is your name, sir?
Jake.
Jake! Yeah. Pleasure to meet you, Jake. Have you visited my family before?
Last year.
Last year? Oh,
Yeah.
you may notice, Jake. Come this way, come this way. Jake, things have changed.
A little bit,
Things have
yeah.
changed around here. Do you know why? What did you think you know why? Oh, you don't know why. You see, my grandfather, he said to us, every time we invite someone to come into the mill and they do a job interview, they just run straight out the back door. Don't even wait to see if they got the job. Crazy world we live in, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
never mind. I'm sure you are ready for the job. Come along. Come along, Jake. Hey! Hey! This is Jake. Please get it signed up. Boss is going to take good care of you. Take care.
Hello.
Hi there!
Hello.
How y'all doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, good! Good, I see you spoke to my friend over there. What'd he tell you?
Told you about grandfather?
About Grandpa? We
Yeah.
know Grandpa. Have you met Grandpa before?
Yeah, last year.
Last year, I see. Well, he's a year older. Other than that, not much has changed. Not calling me there. You met my cousin?
No, I haven't.
Real nice.
Supposed to be running, I guess.
Look, Mommy, can you see us, huh? Down at the Moonshine Bar.
Well,
Thirsty?
look what the cat dragged in this morning.
Right through the mud, huh?
I
This
don't
long,
like
real
that.
dirty, huh?
Get out my sight.
Alright.
Like you said, boy. Move on. Get going.
So guys, first run through of Creek Freak, Unchained, and yeah, very good. Lovely personal touch with each character coming up to you and talking to you about Grandpa or whatever they're talking about. But yeah, let's try and head to Fearstival Arena and see what's going on there. And I'm going to grab a nitrogenie because I need an ice cream or something. It's quite hot today. Time for the second scare zone, Fearstival Arena. Just there by Darren's Ghost Train. Darren Brown's Ghost Train, even. Looks like there's a show going on.
Take a stroll over there down that golden lane, and you'll soon be surrounded by the bumblebees of shade. Or don't only walk near the mill, down the trail. You'll meet some unfortunates, their soul seems to rail. Or venture into the forests, but do not go alone, for carnivorous plants have made that place their home. Nearby you'll find the children of the night. It's a Halloween ball. Stick around for a fight. At another school, there's some more night owls. They shriek at the moon with their piercing howls. Oh, if destruction then shall persuasion, in the corner of the land is the midst of invasion. You may not be safe wherever you go, for where the crows go, nobody knows.
And that concludes our introduction. But will you survive our latest production? The night is young, so go on your way. There's always something lurking in the dark.
Take care.
So heed our warning, for the night is still young. And now, my children, time to have some fun.
Headed in Fearstival Arena there, and they were doing sort of an introduction overview of all of Fright Nights attractions this year, and giving little, you know, the little catchphrases that go with the different areas, like the crows, you don't know when they're moving, etc. And yeah, I'm going to come back when it's a little bit less busy, because it seems that like there's about 4 actors and 100 people, so I'll come back when it's a bit less busy, and when they get into the swing of it, because I think because everyone's just starting up, it's a little bit, you know, not as strong as it could be. Just a little review then on Creep Freak. As I say, it was very good. I did feel though there wasn't many actors, and it wasn't, I mean, I don't get scared easily from like the chainsaws and shit, so yeah, that didn't scare me. They were trying to, you know, chop my legs off or whatever, and didn't really like make me run or anything. But I'm sure later on, when it gets a bit darker and you got the lighting and everything, it will look absolutely amazing. So I'm going to go back later and do another run through when it's darker. I do have time tickets for the 2 scare mazes of this year that I paid £10 for each. One at 6 o'clock, going through the new one for 2020, Roots of Evil, and then the flipped platform 15s at 7 o'clock. So I'll try and make things work. And also Creep Freak is right, when you come out of platform 15, you go right into Creep Freak, so I'll be able to do it then. Alright, so let's head over to Swarm Invasion, which is on Swarm Island, and see what's going on there. That'll be a 3rd scare zone of the day. Here we go then, 3rd one of the day. We'll go through and see what Swarm Invasion is. No, sorry.
What the hands don't say? Gotta do something.
Proceed to processing. Proceed!
Seems very empty, my first thought, naturally, but it's awesome how they're pointing at the ride as it's going round to interact with it.
Put it away now!
Or what?
See into your life, into your mind. I want you. I'm wanting you.
Is that it? Interesting. So There's literally no actors at all. Right, yeah, not very good. It's awesome that they're trying to do something with Swarm, because it's been years since obviously it came out and we've always wanted something, but yeah, let's head back through and see what they do. Third one of the day. I'm not impressed with that at all, actually. Like, there was hardly any actors. They sort of interacted with you for about 5 seconds and then wanted you to move on to the next bit. And then when you got down to the end, you just got to a dead end to go on the ride, basically, I'm guessing. But, yeah, they could have done a lot more with that space, and a lot more with the story and stuff. I didn't really understand what was going on. Like, they were saying that I need processing, but yeah, that's about it, really. Anyway, let's head to LycanThorpe High, new for 2020. That is the school going against Amity High, and we'll see what they're saying. I'll see you over there. So, 4th scare zone even of the day. And yeah, this is the Howling of LycanThorpe High. We'll see what they're saying. Seems there's not very many actors here either. Not a lot going on at all. I don't know if it's because it's a quiet day, so they're just not doing what they normally do, or something. Not very many actors, but there's only 2 of them around here. They're dancing around the table. So yeah, they've got the second bus from Unchained. They've got a little DJ booth where they've got a lighting package and all sorts going on. Might have some attention. So the 5th and final scare zone. Let's see what it's like with Amity High. Looks like there's a few more actors, but not many.
Like a police number attention is the stealth queue line and surrounding area. There's just going to be a brief delay to loading events right, so that we can forward to enhance cleaning measures. It shouldn't take us too long, but we do thank you for your patience.
You alright?
What are you looking at, huh?
Your face?
What, have I got something on it?
No.
No. What are you doing here then?
Come see who you are. Yeah, LycanThorpe were rubbish, so...
Yeah, they were rubbish. They're losers, that's why.
They've only got 2 actors, whereas you guys got more, so...
There's all of us here.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of party. Hey, you got any blood?
No.
Blood? None?
No.
But we're hungry. So if you find some,
yeah,
send it to us, okay?
Alright.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I saw you trying to move
Yeah, we're under the iconic archway, and I've done all 5 scare zones in half an hour. Yeah, they all seem to be a bit dead at the moment, so we'll wait until they get warmed up and we'll go back through them again. I'm going to hang around Amity and hopefully see the dance show that comes on. I don't know how often, but every now and then they do a dance show, and the LycanThorpes come over to do it with them and have a battle. It's Amity High versus LycanThorpe, so yeah, I might grab a ride on Stealth while I'm here, because it's only a 15-minute queue, and yeah, hopefully come out and they'll be doing the dance show. Anyways, I'll see you off-ride. I'll do some off-ride shots and see you the other side. As I was trying to get in the queue line, one of the actors then stopped me and had a nice chat. But apparently so they did a dance show at 3 o'clock with LycanThorpe, and I asked when the next one is, and he said, well, we do it often, but the next one's at 5. So there's a 2-hour gap until the next one. So yeah, once I've gone on Stealth, which I'm just queuing up for, I'll then head over to Fearstival Arena, chill out there for a bit, see if it's calmed down now with the amount of people there, and see if I can get to actually some actors. And also grab something to drink, because I'm quite thirsty, and head into Darren Brown's Ghost Train shop, because it's got all the Fright Night merch this year. So yeah, I'll get on stealth and I'll see you afterwards.
Your palms sweating? Is your heart racing? Ask yourself, are you sure you want to experience this?
So just got off stealth there, and yeah, as you heard, they got customized audio for the countdown of when you go off and when you're getting on stealth, which is kind of cool. And I'm still very disappointed with Fright Nights. As I was walking out, the Amity High lot sort of all looked at me and just didn't interact. They just stood there watching me walk out, and there was no one else about. It's all very dead, it seems, and yeah, they don't seem to be full of energy and wanting to interact as scare actors should, to try and scare you. But there we go. I'm going to head back to Fearstival Arena now and see what's going on there, see if it's got any better. But yeah, it's just coming out to 4 o'clock and I've got 2 hours to do something. Probably get on a ride, to be honest, because Fright Nights isn't really doing it for me this year. Much better when there's mazes, I have to say. But we'll see later if they're any good. Let's head on in.
A man who dedicated his life to the circus and his carnival of freaks. A handsome man full of intelligence and glee. I'll tell you right now, that man is me. I, the man I speak of with such emotion, loves to entertain and also cause a commotion, for what would the carnival be without some fear, not knowing if something odd is lurking near. For this is a place that could not run without me. My freaks can roam, but they will never be free. For I am the composer of this show, and what a show it will be. Trust me, you won't forget. Now let me introduce you to my very first pet. Down a winding road, a glimpse of a traveller I saw. He was in need of transport, so I opened the cart door, invited him inside and asked him where to next. Before he could speak, I covered his mouth and whispered this hex. You cannot run, you cannot move. If you obey, your journey will be smooth. I strip you of your opinions, your thoughts and voice. From now on, you shall make no such noise. For you see, I needed a new freak for my show, and he looked like one who could easily go into the darkness to not be seen again, without a voice to be heard, or even a friend. He spends the rest of his days performing his distressed mind through his body. His name he cannot speak. He has become nobody. The mime you see before you is deranged with pain, doomed to never speak his feelings and with no power to gain. He lives in fear of me and the pain in his mind. Don't try to help him. His soul is mine. That was the first of the pets I let you see. Let's go on to the second out of the 3. We despise their kind. They leave us weak and lame. Don't get too close, as he's not trained to be tame. Loco by name and loco by nature. He might not look much, but he's a rabid creature. Clowns should make you laugh, not fill you with dread. But this one can pour nightmares into your head. kept on a leash for your own protection, a muzzle on his face to grab your attention. He might look like nothing and easy to tease, but push him too far and only his anger he will please. Like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, this clown can be fierce and sometimes be kind. Don't be fooled by his change of pace. Needing to be helped is not always the case. So keep your distance and stay back from this beast, keeping 2 meters at all times at least. He is my favorite out of the 3, and the only one to control him is a click from me. The last of the 3 is a tale quite sad. It might make you cry or even make you mad. I am a man of whom has no true feeling. I cut this puppet strings from the ceiling. I gave her to a man who I got bored of quite quick, and one day he grew incredibly sick. I poisoned his beer, if you must know. He was too good at his job, so he had to go. Now she wanders around, looking for someone to lead her. A lost soul in the carny, with no one to keep her. Her anger brews without a master around. She's lost and alone, and willing to be found. There is something I must tell you about the love for her new minder. Unlike her first master, no one can be kinder. So she pours her faith into the darkness and pain. She will do your bidding, kill or maim. She is angry with me for killing her friend. Her pain and suffering will never end. For if she steps out of the carnival walls, to the ground in a heap, the little one will fall. For the spell of her to be truly alive will be broken. If she leaves, she will never have awoken. So be her new companion if you dare. Maybe in you she'll find some care. Do as you ask for her to be free, then ask you to help her kill me. My friends, I do not intend to leave you with such fear, but the night is getting dark and the weirdos are near. So stay, have a drink, enjoy the show. The more you come back, the more you'll know who to talk to and of who to steer clear. Be careful when you step. We feed off your fear. My pets in a line, 1, 2, 3. Go off in search of your destiny. I allow you to wander the walls of this place. These are your prey. Now go and win the race! Stay around, for our fire spectacular is about to begin. Find yourself a yellow spot, stand on it with your groups. That will keep you safe from the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, roll up, roll up. You think you see it all? Well, you've seen nothing yet. It's time for fire.
So in Darren Gown's Ghost Train shop, we've got all the Fright Nights merch. We've got the caps come back for last year with the Fright Nights logo, and the Fright Nights bottle, and the shot glasses. But we've also got Amity High jerseys and the Howling at LycanThorpe High. So you can choose which is your school. We've also got pin badges for the different schools, and also the Fright Nights one. So yeah, we seem to have gone for that. We've also got the t-shirt for Fright Nights. I'm guessing that's the hoodie, and you've also got gloves as well. You've also got face masks, which I'm guessing are different ones. You've got high school Starks, Fright Nights, lots of different ones. There you go. After going through Fearstival and watching those little bits, I obviously had the joy of watching the fire show. It might look better in the dark, but I just thought I'd get it over and done with and have a look what it was. And yeah, popped into the shop, got one of the t-shirts. But when I came out, there's obviously an incident gone on because everyone was sort of crowding around one of the actors. And yeah, there was a load of smashed glass on the floor. So unfortunately, something's gone on. Not entirely sure what, but yeah, not very good. That's all really. And it's a shame that maybe one of the general public has ruined it for everyone else. You know, everyone's just trying to enjoy their day. But obviously I don't know the exact details. Anyway, I'm heading back for LycanThorpe High to go and see if I can spot the crows, because apparently they were around that area last time. So I'll go and see if I can see them. Past LycanThorpe, and there's a couple more actors, but not very many. But it looks like if I flip you around, that more actors are starting to come out. Looks like Fearstival's about to get more scary. I'm gonna find the crows though. Yeah, they're obviously heading inside. Still trying to find the crows. I've not seen a single one of them roaming around. I've been walking round the park trying to find them. Yeah, hopefully at some point I'll be able to find them. Anyway, got 45 minutes until the next Amity High show. So I don't know, I guess I'll head round there soon. So after hunting, I finally, after walking around the park at least 3 or 4 times, found the crows, which is the roaming team this year. So yeah, let's see what they're like. Seems to be following me. Having a little discussion of what they're trying to do in the middle of it. Hello?
You could say Finn is well and truly finished.
To say they're the best thing so far. They creep up on you like out of nowhere and just like end up behind you. I was like, what? Oh, hello. So yeah. Sounds like though they're going up to their crosses to do whatever they do on them. But I'm heading to Amity High now to go and see their dance show. redone for this year to include LycanThorpe High. So yeah, we'll see what it looks like. I'll take you over.
Hi! Do you know what time it is? It's time for our dance-off! Oh yeah! I'm gonna get a couple of you mortals up here to dance off with some of our Amity High students. Yeah? How'd you feel about that? That sounds exciting? I think it sounds really exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna choose one of our vampy students to pick one of you mortals to come up here and show us your moves. Kelly, get yourself a mortal. Round one is Kelly versus this mortal right here. Come on. Come on down. Come on. Come on. Don't play shy. Are you chicken? No, Kelly doesn't want you anymore. You should be very upset. She's a dork. And if a dork doesn't want you, that's bad. That's real bad. Yeah, okay. Paige! Oh, this is Paige who's really good at the uniform. Yeah, okay. Right, we've got Paige, the mortal, versus Kelly, the vampire, okay? Kelly, you're gonna go first. You're gonna dance real good. I'll give you a beat, yeah? Here we go. Okay, go! Go! Oh, Kelly, you got this. Oh! That's pretty good from Kelly. Okay, Paige, are you ready? Yeah, you can. Ready? We're gonna give you a beat. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, here we go, Paige. Yeah, okay. You tried, and that's the main thing. Okay, right, we're gonna cheer for who we think wins the round, okay? Let's cheer for Kelly. And now we'll cheer for Paige. Wow, I think that might be a tie. That's pretty good. Like, you cheered for Paige? Yeah? Okay, well, we'll have to call it a draw. You guys choose, okay? Right, round 2. Hypnos. Choose yourself a mortal. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Yeah. Come over here. Come over. Yo, what's your name? Holly, okay. We've got Hypnos and Holly, the 2 H's. Okay, right, Hypnos, you're gonna go first. Are you ready? You got a beat? All right, let's give him a beat. Here we go. Go, Hypnos. Go, Hypnos. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Not bad for a dork. Okay, Holly, are you ready? We'll give you a beat. Here we go. Go, Holly. Oh, yeah. Oh. That was very cool. Very cool. Okay, mortals, here we go. Let's cheer for Hypnos. Oh dear, okay. And then let's cheer for Holly. I think Holly won that one fair and square. Okay, final round. No final round. Apparently we're not having a final round. Okay, fair enough, mortals. You did very well. We'll see you later for another round.
Guys, I just said this is our Halloween ball! Oh, it's so good! Can I get an Amity High? Oh, you guys are so good! So I just got a few school rules before we start. If you don't know the person next to you, stand away from them because honestly, there's a lot of you who stink out there. You smell really, really bad. So if you have a yellow circle, please stand on it or next to it. Yeah, just like that, sir. That's very good. Top marks. Also, don't forget your school uniform, okay? That means masks. Make sure they're over your nose and your mouth. Yes, sir. Well done. Everybody give that guy a clap. He just did it correctly. Well done, you. And I wouldn't step too close to us vampires. We can bite sometimes, especially when we're hungry, and unfortunately for you, it's nearly our lunchtime. So, before we start, are we ready to have a good time? I said, are we ready to have a good time? Let's get this party started, and remember, high school sucks! I mean, it rules, it really, really rules, because of the biology and the math and the...
Hey folks, it's Amity High Radio. We hope you're enjoying your Halloween bash. Don't forget to try the blood punch made by Mr. Fang Dangle. And don't try putting food in the punch bowl this year, Miss Summer. I know what you did. Oh, and remember, the pumpkin carving competition will begin shortly. So sharpen those bags. Oh, but this time, no. What do you think you're doing here?
Well, since you decided to swindle us at that football game, we thought we'd come pay you back for all your fancy efforts.
What are you talking about? We won that thing fair and square. Oh, really? Well, too bad for you, because we're not going anywhere. Now, isn't that right, Lycan? Oh, you are not moving out of that. Amity High, I give you full permission to get these Lycans out of here. Oh, I would love to see you try. We're here to stay and party. Now seriously, back off before you become dog food.
enough of your fine tricks. Let's finish this. Freaks on freaks. So who let the freaks down? Let the freaks down, baby. Who let the freaks down tonight? The freaks down, let the freaks down, baby. Who let the freaks down tonight? Told the paparazzi, showed them how to clock me. Think we gonna hide this one? My good side, and they got me. All I wanna know is who let the freaks down? Let the freaks down, baby. Who let the freaks down tonight? The freaks down, let the freaks down, baby. Who let the freaks down Okay, Lycans, we're done here. Let's move out.
Lost again, have we, Lycans? And don't even think about coming back.
Oh my God! Woo! Can I get a LycanThorpe? Bye! Losers! Everybody shout loser to them. See you later! Was that fun? Did you all enjoy the ball? Oh, I sure did. But I don't know about every other vampire out there, but it sure did work up an appetite. Shall we go out and get them? I think so. Watch your backs, people. We're hungry. See you soon.
We have it, guys. We just had the amazing dance show by the two schools, and yeah, it was really good. Very well choreographed. The lighting was very flashy, really. But yeah, and I'm sure it will look better when in dark. So I might come back later. We'll do highlights of it in darkness.
He's got a real special.
God knows what's going on now. But I'm going to head off because I've got to go to the mazes. Right, I've only got 50 minutes until my first scare maze, which will be Roots of Evil. And my phone's only on 15%, so I'm not sure how long it's going to last. But I'm going to head towards Fearstival Arena, check out what's going on there. And then after Roots of Evil, I might head off to LycanThorpe and see if they're a bit more active now they've all gone back over after the dance show. And then I'll be getting ready for platform 15 at 7 o'clock. So yeah, I left myself an hour between the two mazes. Hopefully it'll get dark soon, and then I'll be able to go off and do it. Thank you. Well done.
Would you like one, sir?
I'm alright, thank you.
Alright? Oh well.
Yeah.
If you fancy one later, you know where to come, sir.
Yeah, so. Oh? You okay? How do you think? Scary? What? I think so. Yeah.
Time we show these beach boots who we really are. Welcome to the full moon ceremony, where our true form comes out at night. Now you may think we're a bit of fun, but don't you ever get on the wrong side of the Lycans. We've got a real bad temper. When pushed too far, we've got sharp claws, and we know how to use them. When the moon shines bright, the pack comes together. This is LycanThorpe High! You're on our turf now. Lycans, Show them your call. Ralph. Luna. Assert your dominance. Until we feel alright.
So as you saw just there, I headed back over to LycanThorpe High to see what was going on. And yeah, they sort of were wandering around aimlessly, didn't really want to be there, I don't think. They, you know, were chatting to each other and just stuff. And then suddenly out of nowhere they broke into a dance. And then one of the girls winked at me, but apart from that it was pretty simple. And now they're just back to wandering around aimlessly. They're not really going forward to interact with people. It just seems like, you know, they're there if you want to talk to them type thing, which in my opinion they should try and make the first engagement, and also, you know, be a bit more active, I don't know, rather than just huddling around talking to each other. It looks like that we can't approach them and things. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to head back towards Roots of Evil, hopefully bump into the crows as I go past Nemesis Inferno, but yeah, still got half an hour to waste. But the sun is starting to set, so hopefully it'll be nice and dark for platform in an hour. Here we go guys, it's just going about dusky, and I'm in the Roots of Evil queue line. So I'll see you on the other side. Unfortunately I can't take you through, but yeah, my phone is on 10%, so I don't know how much longer it's going to last, but anything I don't talk about or be able to record, I'll tell you about it when I get home and I've got charge in my phone. Anyway, see you on the other side. I've just come out of Roots of Evil there. There was a couple of jump scares that I was like, oh, hello. But yeah, it wasn't like scary. Maybe didn't help that I could probably see them in the distance, because it's still quite light. But yeah, didn't understand the storyline much, because we went from military to some tree things that weren't really, and the first actor just sort of stood there, and as you go through you see more and more, and they did start to try and jump me more, but overall wasn't the best. So yeah, I'm just walking out and heading straight to platform because my phone is about to die, and they've asked me if I can go straight over so I can still scan my ticket, because they have to do the counting for COVID, which is fair enough. So yeah, I'm going to head straight over there now, and then I'll give you my thoughts afterwards. But probably won't be as good as I was hoping, because obviously it's not quite dark yet, but oh well. I'll see you afterwards. My god, just came out of platform and I'm straight into Creek 3, so I have to talk to you after. Hello again.
You're not in here, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, thought you did, boy.
Yeah.
What's that on your face? Oh,
Jack,
you know my friend Jackie, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a nice guy. He says very nice things about my family.
Yeah.
I do appreciate it.
We
You
both
gonna say
like
good things
you.
about my family?
We like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so.
We'll be back again next year,
I hope you
hopefully.
like all my family.
You back again next year?
We'll have to see.
Okay.
We'll have to see what happens. You see, Lucas is constantly in danger. Do you know why?
Why?
Did you come here last year, friend?
Yeah.
You did. Well, then you'll notice that some of my family ain't here anymore. You noticed that?
Yeah, I did.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. See, my granddaddy, he said too many people from the press and the media and people with cameras were coming in here and putting my family's faces all over the internet. And my granddaddy said that those people were a liability and they had to be taken out. So, do you know what he did to them?
No.
We don't either, but we ain't seen him since.
Oh dear.
So, we'll have to pray that Lucas makes it that far, won't we?
Yeah.
Pray, boy.
I will
In your
pray.
own time,
Pray.
you better pray. Don't
Pray.
get the head out of my sight.
Alright. Thank you. Hello again.
Why do you keep coming back to my town?
Because I like going through it and seeing a different atmosphere.
I told y'all not to return.
Okay.
Y'all need to listen better next time.
Bye.
You're hard on
Oh, dude.
Don't worry, we'll decide your category for you. Only problem, you won't know which one until it's way too late.
Back it up. Not for me. Not for me, no. Oh god, there's a chainsaw. No, not for me. Not for me. Not for me. Yeah. Oh my god, that was intense. Going straight from platform into creek. That is just amazing. Platform, it got dark so far within it, and yeah, it was awesome. Being in the dark, going through platform, what they've done with the story and everything.
Black Lives Matter.
And yeah, it's been great to go through it. I have to say platform is a lot stronger than Roots of Evil, and also then going into Creek, that Lucas guy, he got to know me from earlier. He got to know me, and then he noticed that obviously I got Jack Silverstone's face mark on, and so yeah, it was a nice little personal touch, which is good. So I'm going to head over to go through Fearstival, see if there's anything happening. If there is, I'll record it for you guys. Otherwise I'm going to head to Swarm Invasion and see how that looks now in the dark. And then in an hour's time is the next LycanThorpe show with Amity High, and I'll record bits and bobs of that because just to show the lighting in the dark. But obviously you got the full show earlier of the dance. Alright. Oh fuck, I've just noticed the crows are ahead of me. So I'll turn you around now. Terrorising the Roots of Evil crew. crows are bloody terrifying, is all I say. They don't talk, they only twitch and move around a bit. But bloody hell. It's funny to watch other people get scared by them. Just looking into Fearstival Arena, there's nothing going on, so yeah, I'll head straight to Swarm. Oh dear, I've been spotted. Hello! Okay, I'll... Guys, I've headed back to LycanThorpe and the lighting package is top notch this year, so much better than Amity High, but hey ho. I'm now going to pop to Swarm Island as they think of having a chat again. Now they've done their little dance and we'll see what's happening over there. There? Come and see if you're better than Amity.
What is your purpose here?
Sorry?
What is your purpose on Swarm Island?
Come and check you guys out.
Please proceed to the Swarm. The Swarm welcomes you. Do not listen to the tainted, they are full of lies.
Alright, if you say so.
Identify yourself.
Jake.
Repeat.
Jake.
Negative, you are maggot.
Maggot?
You are maggot.
Right, okay.
You are only here to feed the Swarm. Who sent you?
I did.
That's acceptable, proceed.
Okay. Right.
District 199, hear my voice. It is I, Arabian Theatre, here to bring you the voice of justice, the voice of the people, the voice of the tainted. Run while you still have the chance, or it may be the last thing that you do. The Hornets are out in full force, interrogating and brutalizing anyone not following their orders. We must stand tall. We must fight against them. I'm tired of living in this disheveled landscape. We're in the streets of my fellow man.
On the floor.
Oh my god, what is that?
Disperse, proceed to processing now.
Alright. Again, there's only like 2 or 3 actors down here. It seems very dead. Yeah, and they literally just passing you on so you go to the next bit. But the last actor was just staring at the queue line of the Swarm, which I'm now in. So I'm going to have a quick ride on the Swarm in the dark and then head over to Amity High to catch their show in 15 minutes. It's a 5-minute wait apparently, so I'll basically walk on. So I'll see you on the other side. I'll do some off-ride footage. Came off a great ride, night ride on the Swarm, and yeah, just rushing around to Amity High because they've got 5 minutes until their show starts. And yeah, I have to say, the Swarm seems quicker at the dark. It's only a 45-second long ride anyway, and so, yeah, very interesting. Anyway, let's head to Amity High, and I'll give you some highlights. Look, the crows are lurking in the bushes at the same time as the Amity High show. They obviously know it's time. Fuck yeah. Oh god, I've been shocking. Creepy in the background. Seems the crows are going to sit and watch over by the sign. He's having a bit of a boogie. Still lurking around. Doesn't itself look pretty. Stealth looks absolutely gorgeous lit up there. After some highlights there of Amity High School Sucks dance routine with LycanThorpe High. It's time to head back to Fearstival Arena, see what's going on there. My phone is literally on 2%, so it's holding on to the last minute. So I probably won't be able to film much more or end the vlog, so I'll do that when I get home. But yeah, the crows have completely come out of character, it seems, because they were like standing around talking to people and stuff, but they're still scary, like doing creepy stuff. It was just that they weren't doing what I thought they were originally planned to do, which is not talk, do weird movements, but they seem to be just walking around like normal, having a little boogie, having a chat to some of the people around. So yeah, hey ho, maybe they're changing it up now they've learned that they're not so scary anymore or something, I don't know. But there we go. Time to head to Fearstival Arena. I'll film as much as I can if there's anything happening, but my phone could die any second now. There's nothing going on in Fearstival Arena, so I'm going to head to Nemesis Inferno, get a night ride on that, and also try and get on Colossus and Saw. Unfortunately, probably my phone will die to not be able to film it in the dark off-ride, so I'll just stick the photos in and do a summary when I get home if I am unable to. Otherwise, see you at the next one. So hi guys, I'm now back home after a very long day. Unfortunately my phone did die in the end. So yeah, I'll just finish off what I did. Basically went on Saw the ride, which I did manage to capture one bit of off-ride footage, and then went to Samurai, did that, got a bit of off-ride footage, but my phone kept restarting itself, so it was literally in between using the last dregs of the battery. And then once it did completely die, I also went over to Colossus, which I did a lovely night ride on. I then went to LycanThorpe High because I'd heard that the crows were over there, and yeah, when I went over there they had then decided to start dancing with them and all sorts. It's a real shame that my phone had died and I couldn't record them because they were hilarious, but they had completely broken out of character and obviously were bored by this point, being the crows, and yeah, we're having a dance off with the LycanThorpe High lot, which I stood around and watched for a bit, and then yeah, it was about 8:30 and I wanted to go and get a Amity High jersey. So I started off by going to the island shop in the dome, but they didn't have any Fright Nights merch in there at all. So I then went, right, well, I'll wander back into Park, as I hadn't gone out the turnstiles at all or anything, just gone out into the dome. And so was still able to walk in, went down to the mega store, and they had some bits of Fright Nights merch, but no Amity High and no LycanThorpe High jerseys at all. So I thought, right, well, I saw them earlier in the Darren Brown Ghost Train shop, which they've turned into like the Fright Nights shop for this year. So I went down there. All the actors were walking the other way because they had all going back to their dressing rooms, I'm guessing, ready to get go home, as it was now, you know, 9:15, so, you know, only 15 minutes till the park closed anyway. Anyway, so I went into the shop and they did have some, but they're all small or extra large. There was nothing in between, meaning there was no large. And I asked the assistant there, the lovely girl, I have to say, was very helpful, tried to look in the back for me, but anything they had on display basically is all they had left. And this is what I'm guessing they might get another delivery since I've been there, and for the future, the rest of the run. But yeah, unfortunately that day they'd run out. So then, yeah, I just left the park and popped home, really. Right, so overview of the whole event. The lighting throughout the park was brilliant, especially when it got to obviously dusk and dark. Yeah, just picked up the park perfectly. The technician done a good job on that. Park wide, and obviously the added Fright Night audio was quite cool. Around the park on like Detonator, Nemesis Inferno, even though I didn't film it, had it in there as well. Obviously Stealth, which I caught as well. Colossus also had it, but Saw just had its, you know, the normal Saw theme tune inside it, which is a horror film, so they probably thought they didn't need to change it. But it would be nice to get a personalised Saw, like still including the original theme tune, but yeah, I don't know, maybe something for next year, or well, whatever the future of Saw is, because obviously the franchise IP is running out. I don't know if they're renewing it or they're going to make it their own. They might put Roots of Evil on it or something, I don't know, make up something completely different. That's just me speculating. But yeah, so no, it was all good, very well done with all the sound and lighting around the park, and just the general atmosphere was quite buzzing, you know, with the people around. It was unfortunately the capped version because of COVID. I'm sure if they had full capacity it would have been even more epic, because it would have been busier, been more people around, and yeah. Anyway, let's go attraction by attraction. So we'll start with Creep Freak. I'll do it in the order that I experienced them in. So Creep Freak, obviously the first run through, yeah, it was good. I felt it could have, you know, been a bit more. Probably it's because it was like the first group. I was literally in the first sort of couple of people, so we're just getting into character still and still warming up and stuff. So I can't really judge it on that, but it was still good to see, like, you know, they were trying to interact with every group. They did shimmy some past, but then the next person picked them up, if it makes sense, while I was talking to Lucas and everything. So yeah, but when it got after dark, after platform, when I came out into it, oh my god. Yeah, I have to say it was more intense than going through Creep Freak the Maze, in my opinion. Much better, and more interaction. It had that personal touch because they were talking individually to each one. Unfortunately, it did seem only one actor really wanted to give you the time and the effort. So the Lucas guy, who was, I filmed quite obviously a lot of, he did like stop each and every person and talk to them, and I don't know if it was the same story or similar stories or whatever. He seemed to give the personal touch though, because obviously he noticed my face mask from Jack Silkstone and said, you know, am I a vlogger like him? And, you know, said about the same story that he said in Jack's vlog, but it was still personalised to me because obviously I wasn't him. He was saying that did I know him and was I one of his friends or whatever. And so yeah, I don't know. But it seemed to only really be him that was making all the effort with everyone. Everyone else was sort of just either moving people along to get them into the next bit, or it was they were just had a chainsaw and were chasing you off, really, and that was it. They didn't torture you or give you any story or anything to follow it round, like who they were, a part of the family. I don't know. Like, I only really know that Lucas had his granddad, and that was it. The others I don't really know who they related to, if they're related to anyone within the storyline, obviously, of the old scare maze or the current thing, the scare zone. So yeah, but anyway, it got definitely better as the night went on, but still could be improved. There's room for improvement on all areas, in my opinion. So yeah, we'll then move on to Fearstival. Obviously, Fearstival Arena is designed to be a bit on the backhand of Big Top, using all the themey elements. They've just repainted them and rebranded them, and from inside the maze, props and things. And then obviously there was different, you know, side shows, which is a bit like what they did with Alton Towers did at Freak Show, which was kind of good. So yeah, it was good in the idea of it. It was just a shame that there was a lot of no interaction. They were just sort of standing there and everything, and also the fact that there was a couple of instances that happened, unfortunately, and it sounds like, I mean, one got to the press about an incident that happened within it, and it just seems that it's not really been very well dealt with, and obviously they're not learning from mistakes because it's still happening. And so yeah, I just don't feel that that is an area that has been developed well. I mean, it's good they've used the Oktoberfest stage, obviously, to do the Fearstival stage, and I do like the fire show. Shame that the flames are rather short. It's not really more of a show. It's just a bit of a flashy, and move the movers a bit, and then flame. That was pretty much it. And the flames, as I say, were only like, you know, a metre tall or whatever. Whereas, as you'll see in my vlog coming next, Chesington make the flames a lot bigger. Yeah, I don't know. Just an area that needs a good think, I think, and needs a deep development if they're going to bring it back again. It might just be a one-hit wonder because of COVID, and obviously they weren't able to do things that they maybe wanted to, because obviously, you know, that could have been a vast area for Black Mirror or whatever if it had come out. Anyway, moving on to Swarm Island with Swarm Invasion. Now, I just don't see the point of it at all. No, like, it's amazing that they're finally doing something towards the Swarm, as Swarm's the last coaster we've had since 2012 at Thorpe Park. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, in my opinion, they don't need it. Even if they, you know, got rid of it halfway through the run for the rest of the run, they could just go without it. They don't need it. It's absolute rubbish, really. the few positives I can think of is it is cool that they like talk to the ride. Bit weird, but they talk to the ride, so like as the ride's going over, they point up, and I don't know exactly what they said, but I was sort of listening. Yeah, but yeah, I just don't. Yeah, it didn't rate it at all for me. And I know a couple of people haven't really liked it at all, or it's not been open for them at all. So yeah, I just don't rate it at all. Yeah, and that's that really. We'll start with LycanThorpe for the two schools. So moving to LycanThorpe, I mean, epic with what they're trying to do with the two school breakup. And obviously have the verses against each other, being two different high schools. I think there could be a development again with actor interaction and the amount of actors. Like, for instance, I feel personally that the people that come in at 3 o'clock should have the same experience as the people near the end. So they should have all actors come out, and then I understand they need breaks and all that sort of thing, but they can do like a cycle of breaks. I know sort of how these things run. Working in the theatre world and stuff personally, and also I work at Chesington Howling, so I know kind of what's going on. But yeah, so they could have worked it a bit better, having, as I say, all the actors out at once, and then done a slow rotation of breaks. I had one of them that came in later to cover breaks, and then kept covering breaks type thing as their shift. But the lighting package and the setup of it all, you know, it was a great idea. I love the DJ booth, like the fact they got a DJ booth, and as I say later on with the interaction with the crows, even though it's not really what the crows are supposed to be doing or anything to do with it, it was quite hilarious to watch. And yeah, it was just a nice setup. And there's obviously room there to develop it further, make it bigger, better. Next year, have more lighting, more, lighting towers maybe around the space to make it broaden it out a bit. Maybe when COVID restrictions are slightly less, so we don't have to be socially distancing and all that rubbish, they could incorporate the whole area, make it a bit bigger, and means then the actors have more space and freedom to roam around that area, and entice people in. I don't know if that's partly because reason why they were so less interactive. I don't know their measures, but I know for a fact they could have certainly at least spoken to me without me going, "Oi, I'm over here," kind of thing. And yeah. Anyway, moving to Amity High. Sort of the same as LycanThorpe, to be honest. Like, they could have interacted more a bit, especially at the beginning. But they did have all their actors pretty much there from the word go until the end. Obviously, they sort of were a little bit easier to run because obviously they had the dance off that happened every now and then, which then gave them more things to talk about as such, and also entice people to stick around to watch the thing, because obviously I didn't film it, but one of the guys came up to me and said, "You are staying around for the dance, aren't you?" And I was like, yeah. So he is forcing people, like, they were not forcing them, but giving them the indication that they should stick around, whereas LycanThorpe literally just had themselves. And yeah, and then obviously, I mean, they've topped it with the dance this year, because obviously last year they did the dance. This year they've got some of the same songs, which was still keeping it in the theme with Amity. It's good to like roll it over, but then obviously next year maybe take those really old ones out and just keep some of the new ones for next year, and then keep doing that. That would be quite cool. And obviously they got the lighting package that looked cool. Again, it wasn't any bigger than last year, but that's what they could do in the future again, when social distancing, so they can include the whole of Stealth Plaza maybe, because they were sort of restricting it. It didn't show very well on camera, but they were restricting it so people could exit the ride and still get out the area without being involved in the scare zone, or at least the dance off. And so that means they didn't really have the lighting going down that way, just normal lighting to have people to see type of thing. And also last year they had stealth like changing colours with the thing, whereas this year it's just on a static green colour, which, I mean, it looked pretty, but it didn't pop the colours out like some of the others colours would have done, that they had last year. But yeah, it's all down to the production team, what they feel they want to do this year, and they still did a sterling job. So yeah. Anyway, so the last thing is the crows. At first it was impossible to find them. At 3 o'clock, well, from 3 o'clock until about, I don't know, 5, 6, I didn't even see a single one of them. And to a point at one time, I was literally just walking round and round just to find them. People kept saying they're in the bush. I went and looked in the bushes, all sorts. I asked members of staff, and they're like, oh yeah, they were last saw over there, and so I went towards there and they weren't there, and all this. And one staff member, don't know why she really said it to me as a member of public, but she explained that, yeah, basically from 3 o'clock until about 5:30, they sort of slowly amble out the actors, so they don't have the full amount at the start, and ramp it up as it starts getting dusk, and so then the full experience starts really when it gets to dusk, which again I can understand, but they could still rotor it so there was breaking people and stuff in the certain characters. But yeah, so I don't know if it's the fact that the crows just weren't out, even though they said they were out. I don't know. But yeah, it just felt really, there was a lack of organisation. Yes, it was awesome to have the crows suddenly just turn up and things, but it would be nice to have some sort of indication where they're, like, not necessarily like, oh, they're here at this point at this time, but just a general guide, so if you do want to meet them, you know sort of where to go. Not necessarily like, as I say, telling you exactly where they're going to be at what time, but like, say they start off on the bridge, and then they go in this general clockwise direction or whatever direction they go, because I'm guessing they have a certain path that they take and then keep repeating it all night until the end of the night, which then they back up on the bridge to say goodbye to guests. I don't know. It's again something that they've obviously decided. But yeah, it'd just be nice to know a path to take to follow them round, and then if you walk quicker than them, obviously because they're stopping, you'd then eventually catch up with them on their little circuit. That's the only thing. I mean, they were very good. It was a shame that they were breaking out of character a little bit, and obviously they came to watch the Amity High dance at the end. But yeah, all in all, they were, I mean, they were terrifying with their masks and stuff, and also how they just walked, really. I don't know, it's hard to explain unless you're there seeing them. But yeah, they frighten you in your own way, in their unique way. They don't need to talk, even though they did do occasionally for at least me and around when I was walking with them. But yeah, no, all round, Thorpe Park have tried to put on an event which is like everyone is thankful for, because obviously in these current climate we didn't even know if we are going to get an event. But there's definitely large elements of improvement needed and development, and yeah, it's just not there as a complete package, if you get what I mean. Like, I'm a Merlin annual pass holder, so personally I didn't mind that I didn't get everything maybe that I needed. But if I was paying, you know, £79 or whatever it is to get in nowadays, plus then the £10 tickets, I haven't gone into the mazes, I'll go into that in a sec. But yeah, if I paid the £10 for each maze as well, I'd then be like, oh yeah, well, it's just not worth the money, and I'd probably kick up a little bit. Like, I'm not a person to, you know, be all shouty and everything, but I probably would be like, come on guys, I have not got my money's worth here, or have not got anywhere near it, and would maybe ask for a discount or whatever for the future. But yeah, I just think there's a lot of room for improvement, and it could be that, you know, it's just because of COVID, and so it's a bit of a drop in a year, just because, you know, of the restrictions they had to put in place and everything. So we can't really judge it. It's just, if it continues into next year being at this level, then that's when we have something to worry about. Anyway, just quickly on the mazes, because I get that I'm rambling on a bit. Roots of Evil, yeah, rubbish. There was no scares. I walked, I could see where they were, and yeah, like, I didn't understand the story going from an army camp suddenly into bushes. That, yeah, it just didn't make sense at all. But again, it could be developed, and again, it's nice that they've come up with their own concept rather than using an IP of Blair Witch. Even though I really did like Blair Witch, that was like one of my mazes. Like Cabin in the Woods was as well. Both IPs, and both were very good, strong mazes. But it's nice that they finally come up with their own concept for that stretch. Just, yeah, there is development needed, and a lot of, like, maybe a better explanation of the story, even in a pre-show or something. Because the guy at the beginning, like, sort of explained something about a testing for something, but it was more they wanted to get the throughput than they did tell you the story. So I was shoved on to the next person, and I didn't really know what was going on. And I was then met by this army person. I had to give a code word, and then, yeah, went into this forest and got these random trees. Yeah, it was a bit like, just wasn't structured and didn't join together type of thing into a story. Anyway, then moving on to platform, I think it's stronger this year than it has been in other years. Like, I love the fact that they flipped it, and you've now got obviously the train at the end rather than the beginning, and that you're finding it just makes a bit more sense. It's maybe what they need to do with Roots of Evil, because flipping the story has made sense with platform now, so maybe they just need to flip it somehow. But anyway, yeah, so platform was good. Again, the flame effects were rather piddly, but they were there and they were cute. The actors didn't really social distance, I have to say. They were very much like still on top of me, but they didn't touch me at all. So I'm guessing that's what they're classifying as not socially, not breaking the social distancing stuff. But they did come very close, and they crawled all around my feet. And yeah, it was great that they did the fake ending. Like, I knew it wasn't the ending, but it still caught me a little bit by surprise. I don't know why, but yeah, I knew it wasn't the ending because she was saying it was the ending, but we didn't go out the exit, and then we got the extra bit at the end, where I got like crammed into a corner, and could not get out. And then when I did get out, I then obviously did that little short video, and then was like, right, we're into Creek 3, let's go. So yeah, overall it was a good maze, and I think they can develop it further from there on that new story and the new layout. There were a bit of like, you were walking for a long time and there was no actors or anything going on, so there was little dead spots, like especially when you go over the bridge, and at the beginning in the village area. But apart from that, yeah, all round a good race. Just needs to be a bit more scarier, basically. Ramp it up a little bit, make it a bit more intense. Maybe more actors, or as I say, filling the dead spots. It won't then drop, the fear level won't drop down to then ramp back up and down. It was a bit like that, a sine wave. So yeah, it didn't just keep piling on top of each other and get you to completely freak out. So yeah, that's the only thing I can say. As I say, all round a good day at Thorpe Park, and I'm looking forward to going to Chesington next week. That's my next vlog, so I'll see you then. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share.